Good afternoon, everybody. This is Ganesh. So, all of you mute yourself. Don't try to create any type of the disturbance. Okay, we can start our class after a few minutes. Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Ganesh. Okay, we can start our session. Please don't try to create any type of the numbers disturbance in the class. Okay, in the last class, just to try to revise the first unit. I hope I'm audible to everyone. Is it right or not? At the same time, just to try to share my screen now. So, is it visible to everyone or not? Please. Sorry. Yeah. So, Srinivas sir. Srinivas sir. Srinivas sir. Okay, please respond anyone. Is it my voice is audible to everyone? At the same time, please verify once so whether the screen is visible to you or not. Okay, giving me someone nice reply. Thank you. Thank you, 66. Okay. In the last class, just to try to discuss about what is a software architecture design pattern. So, and another thing, what is the architecture business cycle, and and what are the factors influencing the architecture. So, and another thing, what is the software process, which type of things are involved in a software process, and what is the software architecture, and another thing, architectural pattern, reference model, and reference architecture. So, and the last topic is views. So views are also very already. Sharif. Okay, thank you. uh, okay, in the last class we are discussing about the views. So we also know about the views. What is the purpose of view? So view is different from one person to the another person. At the same time, it will be different from one organization to the another organization. Okay, so it will be giving in different types of way the data. So that is the main point of view. That is the main advantage of view. So here we are consider three types of views here. So those are, the first one is the module views, and second one is the component and connector views, and the last one is allocation views. I think the name is impress. So here, if you are using the module views, so those are completely based upon to the particular module. So whether the type of the module is properly working or not. So another thing is the component and connector. So that will be connects to the some other module. So that means, for example, when you are click some button, so then that button will be connects to the some other module internal in the inside. I'm right or not? So whether it will be maintain the proper connections or not. So and the last one is allocation views. So this is completely in the point of user point of view. So that means, so in the initial case, the designer maybe expect, so when this button is clicked by the user, then he will receiving that particular functionality. But we don't know what's the reality. So why? Because the reality will be expressed by only the end user. Am I right or not? So here the allocation views are used for specify, so whether that functionality is achieved or not. So are which type of how much of we are achieving that particular thing. So that thing will be also expressed by the end user. So the thing will be understand by using the allocation views. In the same way, here we are consider the structures also. So structures are also same thing. So those are also module structures and component connector structures and allocation structures. So just to try to see one by one. So just to try to discuss about a brief description. Okay. So what is a module views? So module is an implementation unit that provides coherent set of responsibilities. A module might take the form of a class, a collection of classes, a layer, an aspect, or any decomposition of the implementation unit. So we also know about this. So when we are designing some software, that software is set of some modules. Am I right or not? So each and every module having the some particular responsibility. So a module might take the form of a class, a collection of classes, a layer, an aspect, or any decomposition of the implementation of unit. So that means, so this module having some set of the associated with some set of classes or maybe the objects. So or maybe the that particular module having some set of responsibilities. For example, module user decomposition uses and its layers. Every module has collection of properties assigned to it. These properties are intended to the express the important information associated with the module as well as constraints on the module. So that means, for example, if you are consider some particular module, so that module is a like layers, so that each and every layer having some set of responsibilities. So why? Because those are the parts of the modules. So in that in the same way here we are verifying the modules. So nothing but here we are discussing about the module views. Okay, in which type of way those type of modules are expressed. So here we are observing some properties also. What is that name of that particular module? For example, by the name of the module also we are able to understand what is the purpose of that module. For example, maybe it is a run, or maybe execute, or maybe for example get the result. So that means, so by the name we are able to understand what is the purpose of the particular module. So in the same way, responsibilities, what is the responsibility of the particular module? So another thing, visibility of interface. Whenever user, even though the user is not having any type of the programming knowledge, then how he is interacting with that module, that will be also based upon the visibility of interface. In some type of situations we are already observed, so in some softwares, so maybe using some images. So those images giving the easier description in front of the users, even though he is not able to studying anything. So he can understand. So what is the purpose of that module? Am I right or not? In the same way, here we are performing the testing, management information, and maintain some constraints also. For example, maybe if you are receiving some report, for example if it is a bank report, so or maybe the, for example we are receiving some bank statement. So how we are receiving the bank statement? So initially we try to specify from, and another one is the two. So if we are specifying these two constraints, then only it will be generating some result. Am I right or not? So that means these are also we can consider the constraints. And another one is the revision history. So that means what we are performed up to now. So which type of things are we are done. So those are we are able to identify by using the revising the history. So and the second one is component and connector views. Component and connector views show elements that have some runtime presence, such as process, objects, client, servers, and data stores. So that means this is a runtime entity. So that means how that particular module uh, connects internally in the runtime. So that will be specified by using the component and connector views. Okay, so here if you are observe here, so runtime presence such as process. So what is the process? Execution of the program will be referred as a process. Okay, so how it will be, how it will be connects. So that will be specified by using the component and connector views. So these elements are termed components. Additionally, component and connector views include as elements the pathway of interaction, such as communication links and protocols, information flows, and access to shared storage. Okay, and a component have interfaces called ports. A port defines a point potential interaction of a component with its environment. A port usually has explicit type which defines the kind behavior that can take place at that point of interaction. A component may have ports of the same type, each forming different input or output channel at runtime. So I think the name is implies here. So that means here we are mainly verifying the connections between the modules. And these type of modules interacted with some interfaces. So in some type of situations those are maybe referred as a ports. Okay, so how these ports interacts with the users, that will be specified by using the component and connector views. Okay, and at the same time here we are verifying some type of the properties. So those are reliability, performance, and functionality, security, concurrency, modifiability. Okay, tire. So these type of properties are verified in the case of component and connector views. So that means these are these views are mainly used for to specify in which type of way modules are internally connected. So that at the time of the situation, it will be able to identify the performance of that particular module. So reliability of that module, security of that module, functionality of that module, okay, and concurrency of that module. So that means whenever more than one user access at the same time, then how that module will be behave on that particular situation, that will be also specified by using component and connector views. And the last one is allocation views. So allocation views describe the mapping of software units to the elements of an environment in which the software is developed or in which it executes. The environment might be the hardware, the operating environment in which the software is executed, the file system supporting development or deployment, or the development organization. Allocation views consists of software elements and environmental elements. Examples of environmental elements are processor, disk, form, file, folder, group of developers. So that means allocation means here we are allocated something. So what we are allocated here? So that means whenever the client click that particular button, then he will be able to receive the some particular functionality from the software. I mean, I don't know. So that means we are allocating that type of the property. So in these type of views are used to verify so whether that type of the functionality is achieved to the users or not. Okay, so and views can be viewed as, so the main purpose of using the views as security view, communication view, exception or error handling view, reliability view, performance view. So that means all these are related to the modules. So in which type of way we are viewing that module? So in the first case here we are verifying what is that module. So what is the purpose of that module? So on the that type of the view will be referred as a module views. So in the case of component and connector view, so how these modules are internally connected. So that thing will be identified in the case of component and connector view. In the third case, allocation view. So uh, how it will be received by the user. So on that particular view, so that will be referred as allocation views. So in the same way here also we are observe. So another type of views also security view. So we can observe that module. So in the another type of view, security view. So and in another type of view, that is communications view. In another type of view, so exception or error handling view. So another type of view, reliability. So that means all these are the views. So in which type of way we are viewing that module. So that is based upon the functionality. So for example, here I'm considering one example, that is college information system, username, password, submit. So when we are giving username and password, then first of all it will be verify so whether it is proper username and proper password or not. So that means if it is authorized user, then only it will be allowed into the software. So then for example, maybe just I'm consider four modules here: students, faculty, library, and logout. Okay, so students. So for example, maybe if I'm click the students, so then it will be displaying different types of modules. Those are CSC, IT, EC, different types of branches are appeared on the screen. So if we want to search the particular student in that particular branch, then we can select the particular branch. Next, we try to give the number, and then we are get the results. So that means why I am explaining this software is, so up to now we are discussing about different types of software architecture design patterns. So the same software we can view it as security point of view, reliability view, performance view, error handling view. So in the same way, so how we are designing the software. So what is the reference model? What is the software architecture pattern? So what is the reference architecture? Okay, so all these things are here. We are verified here. So in the same way, here we are consider structures are also divided into the three types, same like as views. So those are nothing but module structures, and another one is the component and connector structures, and another one is the allocation structures. So for example, maybe if you are observing the module structures, so what is the structure of the module? So elements are modules which are units of implementation. So what is the primary function responsibility assigned to each module? So what other software elements is a module allowed to use? What other software does it's actually use? So that means here we are verifying the structure of the module. So in the previous case, just I'm mentioning the all these are the modules. I'm right or not? Students is one module, faculty is one module, and and library is one module and logout is another module. So when you are click the students, then it will be connects to the some other modules. So that means how that particular module will be connects to the some other modules internally. So that will be specified by using component and connector views. Am I right or not? So in the same way here also, so which type of structure it is? So when you are click that particular button, so in which type of it will be appeared onto the screen. Okay, decomposition shows how larger modules are decomposed into the smaller ones. So for example, maybe if you want to search the particular member in the CSC, then that will be decomposed into the some set of some other modules also. So here if you are observe here, students is a one module, so that module will be decomposed into the branches. So when you are decompose that again module, so then it will be appeared onto the search operation on the screen. Okay, next uses layered classes or generalization. So these type of things are discussed in the module structures. Okay, in the case of component and connector structures, so elements are runtime components and computations and connectors communication. So these type of things are related with the component and connector structures. The relation is an attachment show how the component and connectors are hooked together. Okay, what are the major executing components and how do they interact? So what are the major shared data stores? So which parts of the system are replicated? So how does data progress through the system? So what parts of the system can run in parallel? So that means all these things related with the component and connector structures. So that means runtime entity. So how these modules are performing the execution, so that thing will be specified by to the component and connector structures. So and here we are also verify concurrency, shared data repository, client server. So why? Because all these are the internal operation. So and for example, maybe if we are based upon to the parallel operating system. So what is a parallel operating system? More than one processor will be executing the operations at the same time, but they are based upon to the shared data at the time of the situation. So one of the process will be performing the waiting operation for the another process come execution another process execution. So that means here occurring the problems. So those type of whether those type of problems are occurred or not. So all these are verified into the component and connector structures. And the last one is allocation structures. Okay, so this is also same like as allocation views. So that means the relationship between the software elements and the elements in one or more external environments. What processor does each software element execute on? So in what files each element stored during the development, testing and system building? So what is assignment software elements to be development teams? So deployment, implementation, work assignment. So all these are related with the allocation structures. Okay, another topic is quality attributes. So we also know about what is an attribute. So what is an attribute? Attribute is a able to giving the description about the entity. So what is an entity? So which type of thing is able to express it by its attributes. For example, maybe student is one entity. So who is that student? What is the name of the student? What is the roll number of the student? What is the age of student? What are the marks of the students? What is the address of student? So all these are the attributes. So if we are able to express its attributes, so that will be referred as an entity, no doubt it is. Okay, here we are using some quality attributes. So why we are consider some quality attributes means, so always oftenly the design of the software quality is based upon the quality attributes. So that means how it will be performed, how it will be responded. So what is the responsiveness? So what is the functionality? So how it will be maintains the complexity. So all these things are necessary to consider when we are designing some software. So otherwise maybe it will be creates the complexity in front of the users. So if you are observe here, usually the business consideration determine the qualities that must be accommodated in a system architecture. Too often functionality overrides maintainability, portability, scalability and other facts determine the long-term success of a project. So that means long-term success of the project needs these type of attributes. Those are functionality, maintainability, portability, scalability. Okay. So quality requirements depends upon the system architecture more than one on the functional requirements. So those are here we are consider three types of quality attributes. So please remember this topic. So this is very important in the exam point of view. So different types of quality attributes. Explain different types of quality attributes. So maybe here those are we are consider system availabilities, sorry, system qualities, business qualities, and another one is the architectural quality. So I think the name is implies. So in the case of system qualities, here we are verifying the internal things like performance, availability, modifiability, security, testability, usability. So these type of things are verified into the system qualities. In the case of business qualities, so how we are doing the market. So how we are, what is the budget of this particular uh, software? Okay, so and how much of cost is needed, how much of time is needed, so how do we are doing the market, so what is the lifetime of market. So these type of things are here we are considered into the business qualities. In the case of architectural qualities, conceptual integrity, correctness, and another one is the completeness. Okay, a quality attribute scenario, a quality attribute scenario has 6 parts. So those are, the first one is source of stimulus, environment, and artifact, and another one is the response and response measure. So that means, so any type of the software based upon to the these quality attributes parts. So each and every each and every software having these type of attributes. So those are the first one source of stimulus, and another one is stimulus, and another one is environment, response, artifact, and response measure. So if you are observing the diagram, so first of all, so what is the source? So that will be treated as source of stimulus. So if you observe here, the entity generating the stimulus could be an actor, an actuator, a sensor, and so on. So that is the source. So when we are giving some response, so that will be treated as a stimulus. A condition around a system include false stated intentions by actors and so on. For example, maybe if we want to know, for example, maybe some, if we want to know about the report, some report. So then how we are giving the report? So we are receiving from the some particular source. So that will be referred as source of stimulus. In the case of stimulus, so here also the data will be entered by the user. Okay, next, environment. The conditions surrounding stimulus might be normal operation, degraded operation, so overload, so like this. So artifact, the part of the parts of the system stimulated. So response. So the response system takes the stimulus. Response measure, how the response can be measured and tested. So that means initially here we are receiving some information from the system. So that will be referred as a source of stimulus. So then which is passing from system to the user. So that will be treated as stimulus and artifact. So this is the one of the parts in the environment. Next, it will be giving some data. So that is nothing but, so for example, maybe how many number of users are logged in now. So that is maybe the question. So then according to that question, it will be giving some data. So that will be treated as response, and response measure means so whether it is correct or not. So how much of it is accurate. Okay, so if you are observe here, we are consider different types of system quality attributes. So those are functional suitability, performance, compatibility, usability, reliability, security, maintainability, portability. So in the case of functional security, sorry, in the case of functional suitability, functional completeness, functional correctness, functional appropriateness. So that means here, yeah, sir, చెప్పండి. Okay, functional suitability, functional completeness, functional correctness, and another one is the functional appropriateness. So in the same way here we are verifying the performance efficiency also. So that is, so how much of time is needed, what is the resource, and what is the capacity. And at the same time compatibility. In some type of situations, maybe some of the softwares not maintaining the compatibility. At that time of the situation, clients may be facing problem. Okay, so whether it is maintains the compatibility or not, whether it is maintains the portability or not, so whether it is maintains the security or not, how much of reliability is there, how much of user, how to we are used by to the users, that is nothing but usability. So maintainability, so modularity, reusability, analyzability, sorry, analyzability, modifiability, testability. So all these things are, so we are considered, so system quality attributes. Okay, in the exam point of view, even though you are not able to remember all these attributes, simply you simply remember some of the topics. For example, maybe we are consider some software. So in that software, which type of things you are observe? So what is the reliability, what is the performance, what is the security, what is the availability, what is the maintainability, so what is the portability, so what is the scalability. So all these things are related with the quality attributes. So the type of the things will be expressed here. So security, testability, usability. Okay. Second thing is business quality attributes. So I think these attributes completely related with the business. So which type of business it is? So nothing but here we are designing some softwares. So that type of the business it is. Okay. Business quality attributes. That means before so developing some software for the particular business, here we are verifying some attributes, how much of time is needed to design the software, so how much of people are needed to design the software, so and how much of amount is needed. Okay. So in this type of way we are maintaining some schedule. Okay, in some type of situations maintain the scalability also. So that means scalability means according to the situation we are increasing the our productivity. Okay, for example, maybe if the members are reduced, then develop the small one. So if the members are increased, so then try to the some other members. Okay. Okay, if you are observing the business quality attributes, so the initially here we are verifying the time to market. So how to we are doing the market. So and next, how much of investment is there and how much of profit is there. So next, project lifetime of the system. So long-lived system require architecture that are modifiable and scalable. Okay, rollout schedule. In some type of situations, maybe so we are not able to complete the software design within the time. So at the time of the situation, we try to repeat the schedule. So that type of the thing will be referred as a rollout the schedule. So whenever the particular plan is not completed within the time, then it will be rollout. Okay, and integration with the legacy systems. So all these are related with the business attributes. So that means up to now we're discussing about two types of attributes. So those are, the one is the system quality attributes and the second one is business quality attributes. So now we are discussing about the architectural quality attributes. So in the case of architectural quality attributes, here we are verifying which type of architecture it is. So whether we are maintain the quality in the architecture or not. So that means how it will be appeared, how it will be understood by the user. So conceptual integrity is the underlying vision or theme unifying the components and their interactions. The architecture should do similar things in similar ways. So correctness and completeness is the concern with checking the architecture for errors and omissions. So buildability is concerned with the organizations and capabilities to actually construct the architecture in question. So that means all these are related with the architectural qualities. Okay. And the next one is achieving qualities. Okay, up to now we are discussing about different types of qualities. So our next topic is achieving qualities. So achieving qualities, I think the name is implies. So how much of qualities are we are already achieved? So in some type of situations, maybe you are not able to achieve all qualities. So that means, so this type of thing will be erased when we are developing the software and the from the starting stage. So whenever so one particular software is developed by, okay, okay. So when some particular software is designed from the starting point, so that means at that time of the situation we are established some goals, some we are based upon to the some conditions. So definitely Definitely these type of features included in this particular software. So whether those type of goals or estimations are made or not, so that will be specified by using this etching qualities. If you observe here, scenarios help describe the quality of system, but they do not describe how they will be achieved. So architectural tactics describes how a given quality can be achieved. For each quality, there may be a large set of tactics. So that means that different types of strategies are available. So to verify whether we are achieving the qualities or not. So it is the architect's job to select right tactic in the light of needs of the system. May to develop better process, develop system for parallel processing, or revise event scheduling policy. Whatever tactics chosen, it must be justified and documented. So next one is the taxonomy of software qualities. Okay, over the past 10 years, software architects have devised a list of common software qualities. It would be a naive to climb to the list below is a complete taxonomy of all software qualities, but it's all solid list of general software qualities compiled from respectable sources. Domain specific systems are likely to have an additional set of qualities in addition to the listed below. So that means so taxonomy of software qualities means here we are using different types of terminologies for the software qualities. So if you observe here, different types of qualities are also mentioned. So those are system qualities can be categorized into the four parts. So those are runtime qualities, non-runtime qualities, business qualities, and another one is the architectural qualities. Okay, I think the name is in place. Runtime qualities means related with the runtime things. Okay, runtime entities. So non-runtime qualities are related with related with so which are stable. So and another one is the business qualities and same like as a business quality attributes, and another one is the architectural qualities, same like as architectural attributes. So each of the categories and its associated qualities are briefly described below. Other articles on this site provided more information about each other software quality attributes listed below. Okay, so runtime system qualities. So runtime system qualities means can be measured as the system executes. So that means whenever system executes that particular operation, then only we are able to identify how much of performance is performed on the particular situation. So that will be also considered to the runtime system qualities. So here we are mainly observe functionality, performance, security, availability, usability, interoperability. So these type of things are we are considered. So that means whenever software performs a particular computation, so then only we are able to identify the system qualities. Okay, runtime system qualities. So second one is non-runtime system qualities. So that means non-runtime system qualities cannot be measured as a system executes. So modifiability, portability, reusability, integratability, so testability. So these type of things are related with the non-runtime. So that means these are not properties. Just we try to based upon the non-runtime. So that means these are not executed. For example, maybe modifiability. So we are changing something. Portability. So portability means we are moving from one location to the another location. Reusability. So again try to reusing the property. So next integrability. So able to apply some conditions. So in this type of here we are discussing about runtime system qualities. Okay, another one is the non-runtime non-runtime qualities. Okay, non-runtime system qualities. Please just wait 1 minute. Okay, next one is business qualities, cost and schedule, marketability, appropriateness for the organization. So that means how much of time is needed, how do we are doing the market, Okay, and whether it is within the schedule or maybe the rollout of the schedule, how much of cost is there, how much of benefit is there. These type of things are verified into the business qualities. And the last one is architectural qualities, conceptual integrity and correctness. Okay, so and we are consider some other things, so those are domain specific qualities. Okay, so these are also verifying the some other qualities, those are sensitivity and another is the calibrability. Okay, next one is the architecture styles and patterns. So we try to discuss in the next class this topic. So maybe in the next class the first unit may be closed. So why? Because we're already revising the first unit. I think this is the second time or maybe the third time, I don't know exactly. So better you try to understand the concept. So today we are discussing about the views, different types of views. So what are the different types of views? Module views, common and connector views, and another one is the architectural views. In the same way, structures are also same like that. So module structures, common and connector structures, and another one is the architectural structures. So and next we are discussing about the qualities. So what are the parts of quality attributes? So we already see the stimulus, source of stimulus, so artifact, environment, so response and response measures. So these are the parts of the quality attributes. So different types of quality attributes: system qualities, architectural qualities, and another one is the business qualities. So and here we are consider some other qualities also. So those are runtime system qualities, non-runtime system qualities, another one is the business qualities, another one is the architectural qualities. Am I right or not? So these are the these topics we are discussed up to now. So if you having any doubt about the doubts, you can ask me now. So otherwise, we can end the session. So meanwhile, Srinivas sir, Srinivas sir, Srinivas sir. So maybe sir is having some problem, network problem. Okay. So in the next class, we try to discuss about the architectural styles and patterns and documenting the architecture. Okay. So these type of topics are we discuss in the next class. So if you're having any type of the doubts, you can ask me. Otherwise, we can end the session now. So so many members not submitting the assignment physically in my cabin. So I just try to announce those type of numbers once. So please check it once. So 2, 3, 4, 9, 12, 13, 15, 18, 19, 20, 21, 25, 28, 29, 32, 33, 34, 35, 38, 39, 49, 51, 54, 57, 58, 61, 62, 70, 80, 85, 94. So these numbers not submitting the assignment. So if you are not submitting the assignment within a week, so in the next Monday, okay, I will give you the time. So why? Because you are not submitting the assignment when you are coming to the college. So that's why I'm giving the time. So uh, try to submit your assignment now. So otherwise, I will put the 0 marks for to those persons. Please remember this. Okay. If you having any doubt doubts, you can ask me. Otherwise, we can end the session. May I end the session now? Okay. I try to repeat the same thing. So please try to get ready to prepare to attend the second mid. Sorry, first mid of the final years. Okay. And you try to collect first 3 units of the materials if of all subjects. Okay. Okay, if you having any of the doubts, you can contact me personally also, no problem. Okay, I think all of the members is having my number. So if you having any type of the doubts regarding the option attendance, so you can contact the Srinivas sir. Okay, may I end the session now? Thank you everyone.